right, Chris. Got some weird, bizarre news for you. Wouldn't affect your con, though, but yeah, I'm gonna tell something tonight. Everyone's well.
Your repurposed freighter drifts through space.
How's everyone?
As you stare
Doing
at
good.
the
Hey, Chiller.
star-flecked void,
Back off. Good to see
another
you.
ship comes in. Wait, is this sci-fi? I thought we agreed on a World War
Anna
II
is
campaign.
away, so
Oh, did we?
on
That's cool. I can
double
pivot.
secret probation convention.
The smell of smoke curdles in your nostrils.
Hold
Hold up,
but
I thought we
I
were
will have
prepping for
Mike
a
is
zombie
coming on.
apocalypse campaign.
And I believe Gary's coming on too.
All right, here's what we're doing. It's the year 3700. Humanity's elite fled to other planets long ago, taking with them all forms of advanced technology. Earth survivors scrape by with historic tools as weird phenomena plague abandoned nuclear sites. Witnesses report seeing glowing lights and the dead rising from their graves. And amidst the chaos, three strangers will meet in a dim bar. A veteran zombie slayer, a disgraced general out for revenge, and a space mercenary sent to
wide
investigate
open
the power
discussion
plants. Now
tonight.
describe your characters.
Hey, Gary.
How did you do that? I have the right tools for the job.
That's funny.
Hey Jay, can you hear me?
Yeah. How are things?
All right.
So this is a wide open discussion tonight.
Yeah, this might turn out to be Ask Jay and Gary and Mike anything
That's all right.
about GREYHAWK. But we'll see.
I mean, I got some of my own examples of running down the rabbit hole. Following some threads that are out there that are like, oh, that was never developed. Okay, well here's what happens.
Sure. Alan also posted some great ideas.
Who'd you say?
Alan Groy.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. No, we're good.
Yeah, just hoping everything's good with Mike.
Yeah, he sent me a message saying he was on tonight, so yeah.
A dungeon imagined
Yep.
without end. The curious are
Maybe
the
we'll
ones
find something
most
else out.
courageous. The tree that endures has to bend.
Oh,
From
need
stillness,
that coffee.
the mad mage is stirring. From countless voices, the castle takes shape. Zagig
That'll be
will
fun.
test the enduring. Those unlucky will never escape.
We don't hear the
hey Rick.
commercials while we're in.
Second here, let me see if I can. Just have my end here. You don't hear the sound on your end?
Not of the.
Yeah, not of the actual stream. Yeah. Chris, 95 stream streak. Holy jeez. Holy schmoles. Like Gary's background, Mike?
Why?
Oh, really? You don't see it? It's one of your purple guys. Oh, really? How you feeling?
About normal.
Did they, I guess it was too early. You didn't find anything out yet?
Right.
Yeah. One of the cultists, the Tharasdan cultists, it's Gary's background pick. Yeah. Let's see what we got here.
Well, he is been recently unmasked as a cultist, so I'm glad he owns it.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
It's weird because I've got It's,
You're a hair
Mhm.
low though.
like it's crashing or something. And I don't see the blanks there.
Yeah, Mike's there. It's weird.
Okay, I'll be back.
Okay.
Some kind of lag. He can't
Yeah,
see
he
me.
may.
I can't see him.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, very, very possible. Good thing is we're way ahead of time here, so Rock Frog, what's up? Gary's got, a Thursday cultist pick up. Maybe he's having issues. So.
It is the god of decay, so. Bad.
So he's coming back on here. I gotta disappeared. Now you're solo. There we go. There we go.
Oh, nice.
There you go. Now we can see it.
That's a recent one as well. I like it.
I thought it'd come in my true costume.
Yeah, you're really low, Gary. So if anything you can do to pump out your mic gain or talk louder.
Didn't that happen
it
last time?
just may come down to that.
All right, that's fine.
Let me just see. Probably set to auto again.
If I put my other earbud in, I can hear him fine.
Okay. If you have both in?
That's me.
Maybe I'm
Well, that's
I don't
good
know
now.
about.
in the half stereo or something. Wow.
That's not bad. Can you guys hear him out there? Well, I'll get off the screen in a second and then we'll figure it out. All right? We've got plenty of time. No rush tonight. You can hear everyone. That's good. All right, all right. Let's come live.
Thanks, Joey.
We'll come live. And then we'll figure this all out. Good evening. No Anna. We got myself and GREYHAWK, Mike Bridges, and Gary Julian pretending to be a Thursday cultist.
I'm wearing purple as well.
Yes, I have. I think I picked up the wrong shirt. Oh, it's green.
Sorry, Mike. I sent your robes to the cleaners. They didn't come back.
Yeah. You guys hear Gary? We just talked there. Just want to make sure. Gary, say something.
Testing.
You guys hear him?
People
I
up
hear
to
him.
testing.
Just want to make sure. So yeah, okay. All right, there you go. All three. That's great. Okay. So here's some quickie announcements, and I'll probably go over these again. Look what's back behind me. Ah, the T-shirts are already in for Virtual GreyHawk 6. So,
those actually look super cool.
Yeah. Colorized, it looks so much better and different than it did in Virtual GreyHawk 2. And they're going fast, and I did not order that many. So please note.
They're not print on demand.
No, I got them. I got them on a how I buy bulk whenever I can, or best deal at Vistaprint. They sent them quickly. I've already sold a few already. I got extra fat guy ones, which are 3Xs. Still always complaining there was never enough each year, sure. So I said, all right, I have to get an extra or two, but all sizes are still in. So just, if you have Virtual GreyHawk 6, you can go right to merch and you can get one of these. It's the logo. I'll throw up the logo here on the side so you can see, they look nice for.
I still wear my Con 2 shirt.
Yeah, that's this one. So I'll show them both. So that's the original one, the first one we ever did, and that is this. Okay, and that it doesn't say Return to GReyHawk. We're messing around with it, but that's it there. But this is the new, yeah, that's the updated version. It said Return to the Moat House there for 2. So hey, Eric, hey, thanks, man. Keep on lurking, man. Really appreciate it. Yeah, and that is it's nice. Adam did a great job colorizing it. So and there it is. It's available. So not trying to make money on them, but did you say extra fat guy? Well, yeah, I do, Armin. That means 3X's and up. Yeah. I couldn't get any 4 or 5X's, but I got some extra 3X's. They're
You gotta know
available.
your gotta know your community, Jake.
Yeah, I know. I do. Every year I ran out of the big ones first, so I was like, I'm just going to order extra of them this year. So that's that. Now here's the big announcement. I don't know how many you know this. Some of you may. I got a call yesterday around 4, and it's my orthopedist's his inside coordinator, Cheryl, and she says, "Hey Jay, I don't know if you're interested, but I called you first, but we have an earlier date for your hip replacement. Do you want to take it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what am I gonna do? Is it a week early? You know, that'd be awesome." She goes, "Oh no, it's next week."
Oh,
So
What?
yeah. So I get my hip replaced next Thursday now. Yes, second hip. So guess
Like,
what? The schedule after this tomorrow night's academy game will be the last like RPG for a couple of weeks for me. All right, now because just like last time. Yeah, so I'll be out on. Yeah, yes, we are absolutely. And thanks, Keith, and Touch. But yeah, so there you go. I will have my hip replacement a week from tomorrow on the 24th. I just want to get it done. I'm glad. So yeah, stream from the operating table. I just don't think number one, I don't think they'd let my equipment in because it's got like crap all over it. You know, it's not sterile. And 2, I don't think people want to see that. So yeah, yeah.
live stream from the bed.
Yeah, I did take some pics of me looking awful in the bed though, and I posted them last time. We'll see. But so yeah, so it's only a week. It's a week to go. 7 days. Okay, life. That's how life works, I guess. Hey, it's 3 more weeks of my life I get back. You know, 3 weeks earlier. So let's hope for the best there. But that's what's going on with me. Ada is out this week because she's off at a secret con. No one knows what con it was. She's off. Yeah. So there you go. But tonight we got Adventures in Hook's wish list. So looking forward to this. Could go any time. This is one of those open discussions. We'll see what you say. Did you get there was one that I didn't even understand earlier, Gary, that came up like last night. Who was
Mhm.
it? MTG?
Mark Gonzalez.
Asked it. Someone asked, oh my God, about number one about Tarash Mack, and the second part was about a thing I didn't even know about, and I can't find it. Oh my God, you guys talk awful lot. Holy jeez, yeah. MTG said something, asked a question about an item, and it was like last night sometime, and I said I'll let Gary answer that. I have no idea. So
did you answer it, Gary?
I'm looking it up right now. Just
yeah,
to be sure.
it's sometime last night, I believe, late afternoon, early last evening, about it, and it was an item, and he said the other thing was I remember and it's the only one I caught was he caught. The other question was, did Tarash Mack ever conquer Cowerwood? And I'm like, he never came anywhere near that. And they said, well, didn't he get close? I'm like, no, not even close. No. So that was not a plot hook we want to go any further on. I can't stand that anyway. But hey, Taco.
Well, I mean, I found a question from him about whether anybody ever developed the Seal of Marner adventure hook in the glossography. Yeah. And we should just cover those small hooks in the glossography because they are the ultimate hooks. Like they're the first hooks we ever got. And
what page in the original 80 glossography or 83? Was it Gary? Do you know?
Yeah, the 83 glossography, the second book.
Okay.
Has a section towards the back that says adventures, and I think there's like 3 or 4 or 5 of them there.
All right, let me see if I can bring that up.
These really are the best examples of this topic.
Yeah, and
and what
I got the
what
deities. It's before the deities.
Yeah, when we had
Here we go.
some of the guys who
Here we go.
worked on this,
I
was curious who may have written these hooks because they might not have been Gygax.
That's a good point. But we just don't know, right?
No, they're not individually attributed to anybody.
Well, what we do know is these hooks were not in Dragon Magazine.
Right, they're not republished.
Or Dungeon Magazine,
Sorry, I'm answering a question. So, Fosco, 50 plus minimum. Already there are 20 in there. And no other stream channel besides mine has put in any content. They all have no Troller Games stuff yet, none. There's going to be a lot coming. So, Order the Owl says they're doing stuff. We're gonna have a fair number of events. So my head is itching right now. This new headset. Sorry. So, by the way, if anyone's getting a decent resolution for your stream, let me know. Because I'm streaming that high source again. If you're getting 1080, 60, let me know. If you're getting beyond that, let me know. So, yep. Oh yeah, it's gonna be
looks
great.
Like Gary's getting 144 DPI in his picture there.
His picture? Yeah.
I don't know, Mike. That might even be less.
Yeah.
Oh,
we'll just leave. We'll just leave. Gary sounds good now, and we can hear him. So that's good. That's perfect. So, good. All right. Let's just keep. I'll keep it at this. I haven't messed with it. So yeah. Gary logged in with AOL. You've got mail. Is that AOL?
I've been killing apps right now just to get enough.
Yeah. That's always it. Always right click all that stuff off when the boot up. All right, good. Sounds good. That's all that matters. All right, cool.
Yeah. So these.
Yep.
These were they're like little one-page adventures. Like almost like the adventure cards that we later get in the City of Greyhawk box set or the, From the Ashes box. Minus stats, but they really are amazing adventure hooks because they give you a complete recipe for developing an adventure if you really want to. Quest of the Mist Golem was actually done up by a fan on Cannon Fire.
Yeah.
Into I think a multi-adventure set. So if I can track down the link for that, I will post it.
That would be awesome because if it was a level and I could fit it in, I would do it. It says City of Greyhawk.
So. It does, and yeah, it's based, sort of based out of the City of Greyhawk. It has all these lurid details about the nobles and this guy wanting revenge, and you don't have to set the adventure as far up as the Howling Hills or anything. You could keep it a little closer if you want to, but it's left up to you to develop what this Mist Golem would be like.
Yeah. Okay. And Merc. Has anyone done up Merc stats as well? Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're in that adventure or somebody has done them, but I've always wondered, is that an anagram of some friend of Gygax or?
Well,
you
can only reorganize that with one vowel so many ways.
It's right? Really tough. It's really tough.
Yeah. And then the werewolves of the Mennowood.
Yeah, I played with this one a little bit. I actually created a druid character named Menno, who was the original archdruid of the Mennowood and then became the Grand Druid of Orth, and then became a Hierophant of the Cabal. So now he rests in the Azure Sea as a Hierophant, and is the guy who essentially gave Drawmage his underwater domain, domain to live in. So,
well, that's cool.
And if you look at it, I kind of see the backstory with a lot of little clues. But if you look at it, Menno is just an anagram of Nemo.
Yeah, Nemo.
So he really has that, anti-human civilization attitude. Protects the sea.
Yeah.
As for the hook itself, it's not that special. You're going up against some undead and it's just
minions of Wall Street. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff here.
What's interesting about it's one of the few scenarios on the east side of the map that we had back then, because that's close to Sunday.
Yeah,
and ID.
The rearwood. Yeah. Interesting.
I have never been tempted to use the werewolves of Meadowood because I'm just not into werewolves.
Yeah, you have a thing against werewolves, don't you? Some kind of a bad.
I would change them into something else if I were going to use Meadowood.
What would you change them into?
I don't know, just about anything else on this list. Like the Menanza Wastri or
what do you think?
Trolls or something.
So here's a question. What do you think of Wastri when he dealing with lycanthropes? Not besides werewolves, but like if it was other type, like why couldn't you have some special kind of Wastri lycanthropy where that's how they become the amphibian hybrid, you know? I'm just
Wastri is a headache-inducing
religion. It is
because it doesn't make sense in many ways. I mean, he does have that sphere of self-deception, but why is he partial to humans if he's so into the scaly and slimy races? You know,
I know it's a bizarre.
So it would be a lot cleaner if he was just a human who decided that, you know, reptiles and amphibians were the master race of the earth, and he just believed in converting humans into amphibians and stuff, and just hated the demi-humans because they presented some kind of rivalry, or maybe they were the culture that threw down this ancient culture of reptiles and amphibians. So, but yeah, I mean, why is he still racist for humans? It doesn't make sense.
And once again, another deity. We know nothing about its history, where it came from, none of it. You know, a lot of stuff lost to time. So
yeah,
the odds are this was Gary, this werewolves one, because Menno he always swapped names around. So probably that was his writing.
It's possible. Yeah.
Now Lost Passage of the Soul.
It has an owl bear. That's one of the first appearances. Yeah. So the Lost Passage, I mean, this has got to be the granddaddy of all hooks, right? I mean, it's the hook that tells us about the twin cataclysms.
Right.
And
hey, Patrick,
it's the first and only mention of Sclerotin in that era, and it tells us, that the Sul entered the Flannis through the crystal mist, through this tunnel.
This might be the strongest case to say Gygax wrote this section.
It's interesting because
it would have to compat with his.
It doesn't read like Leonard, and typically Lakofka, of course, would be associated with Suloi stuff, but it just reads like Gygax.
Yeah. Yeah, this doesn't. I don't get a Len feel to this one either.
It also, introduces us to the Lorara, which
are weird.
I mean, that is a hook I would love to exploit someday. Send your PCs into these tunnels and have them encounter this, albino culture of magic using worshippers of the mother. It's great stuff you could do.
I almost see like that what's that one, the time machine one, where he's a million years in time or whatever, and they're what they call the Morlocks or whatever. That's it's just really disturbing looking things.
They've had almost 1,000 years of evolution without contact with other humans. You could do some crazy stuff with them. Now, of course, we know a couple have escaped there over the centuries, and we have that example in Iron Gate. So they're not, as far as we know, they're not like cannibal humans underground.
Right, but when you get to that point, what are you eating actually? That's the thing. So everything tastes like chicken. Yes. So.
What is the proximity of this, and could it be tied into the D series?
Absolutely, it's not that far off.
Yeah,
you could definitely.
Instead of like running D1, you could run the Lost Passage and then stay underground.
Yeah, I mean, I always envision Slow Roten's tunnel as a single straight bore all the way through. But it could have intersected native tunnels, underground tunnels
Yeah.
that were already there. And so that creates entrances and exits to other parts of the Underdark.
Sam says in chat they eat drow. Is he joking?
Yes.
Oh, is he? I can't tell when he's serious and when he's joking. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. It's kind of hard to eat a lava child, BB, considering what they're made of. Yeah, well, they have to eat something. I mean, imagine eating a lot of fungi or stuff. Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this mother thing is like some kind of Lovecraftian entity, of evil. So it could provide for them.
It's been a while since I read this section. I don't remember the Juggernaut.
Oh, yes, the Juggernaut placed at the entrance to protect.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's cool about that is Gygax set it up so that the 1,000-year spell is ending when the campaign starts in 576.
Right, and it opens up.
It just opens up.
Yeah, which is cool.
I think the Yeomanry Triad did do some stuff with this. I don't know if they went full on Larara, tunnels, but they definitely had that town of Dark Gate right next to the tunnel, and adventurers going, back and forth to the Sea of Dust. And
well, isn't the redo of Keeping the Borderlands right there too? Kendall Keep.
Yes, it's close by. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Patrick, thanks, man.
It's not my favorite location for it, but it's a plausible one. Yeah. I mean, the Jotuns are definitely full of humanoids and monsters that could populate it.
By the way, Patrick, your shirt went out today. I'm covered now, but your Virtual GrogCon shirt went out. It's on its way to Canada. So, yep. Which is awesome. Thanks for the hype train, everyone. Yeah, so this one has been done multiple times, right? The Jungle Wall Ships has been... Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
And that one used to be done in GREYHAWK Adventures, too. Or is that the Sinking Isle? No, it's in both, isn't it? Is it Jungle Lost Ships as well in GREYHAWK Adventures? I think it is.
That's the Sinking Isle.
Is it the Sinking Isle? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Sinking Isle is there. Okay. Yeah, Jungle Lost Ships is a cool one. Now, there's a bunch of them. There's Sinking Isle, there's Sargasso, and then there's the Jungle Lost Ships, right? There's all different ones. So, multiples.
It's a classic scenario. I think it may even come from, real world legends about places where ships become stuck. And there was a movie in the 60s that had a similar plot with a lot of Spanish.
We watched that one night.
Did we, Mike? Yeah.
I think we did.
So it's not necessarily like an original idea, but it's still a very cool idea because you have all these ships that are kind of lashed together and form their own society. And when the PCs arrive, presumably in their own ship, they've got to contend with these people who may be centuries out of date on the events in the Flannis, have developed their own little society, their own little cults. And, obviously a lot of them probably want to escape. And if the PC's ship is still viable and hasn't been stuck, that could cause a lot of problems. But there's also a suggestion that there's a big treasure fleet stuck in there.
Yeah. Let me see if I actually have pictures of the Sargasso from Dungeon Meister. Let me see if I can find them on my computer. Probably not. So one of the things, my God, my brain just went off because I was multitasking way too much and it just wiped. So
Reboot.
Don't get old. Yeah. Oh, the normal, the real modern day Jungle Lost Ships is off the coast of North Carolina, right? I mean, there's like 1,000 shipwrecks from North Carolina down to Florida, from all them taking that trail up and getting hit by hurricanes and stuff. I mean, it's crazy.
Yep, it's a dangerous stretch.
Yeah,
Gulf Stream.
Extremely. That's a number one place for treasure hunting in the world. Sargasso, yeah. I don't know where I would have it. Let me just check. But it's an interesting concept.
It also reminds me of that supposed big gyre of garbage that's in the Pacific Ocean. That's, it's just stuck there because it.
Yep, it's spinning around.
It's spinning around.
They are attempting to fix that, though. I mean, they do have some ships that are out there, and they pick up all the recycling and stuff. So at least it's a lot in the Great Lakes as well. Yeah, that's true, man. You're absolutely correct. Not anywhere near as many, but there are a lot there too. Yeah. All righty. What else we got here? Is that it? Oh, the Copper Raider.
Oh yeah. By the way, Troy Alleman is working on or has released a Jungle of Lost Ships scenario, so look out for that.
Oh, that's
definitely
cool.
Going to be the definitive take on that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Absolutely. So we got the Copper Raider.
Yeah, that's another interesting one. It's kind of a meh. It's not. There's no big trick to it, except for the fact that this dragon is controlled.
I was going to say, was it the? I just read it, but I was like, was it the theory, the storyline of Butch Cassidy? The bandit thieves are taking the payroll when they're going up the hill, we're going down the hill, and yeah, it's not that. All right, the payroll thieves.
I should have used this on my Fairland campaign.
The suggestion is late. The suggestion is that copper dragons are usually good, right?
Yeah, cat good or neutral.
Right. The suggestion is that it's been possessed by a demon and being forced to attack people going through that region. And so the dragon is asking for help while it's, killing you with its breath weapons.
Well, sometimes, and dragons are tough to control, right? Does it say what's controlling it? No.
It says a demon.
It's a demon. Okay.
And we don't know the type or anything.
It's got to be a powerful one because
yeah.
Yeah. Well, demon possessed. Okay. Here's the stolen seal.
Gosh, there was more of these than I realized. But yeah, the stolen seal is a fun one. I actually ran this scenario because it's really easy setup. Essentially, the PCs are just in the southernmost city of Radek, and they hear that the seal's been stolen. They got to chase down a party of humanoids and evil humans who are trying to make it to Spine Castle. The seal is essentially a device that is a symbol of the alliance between the Radek and the Frost Barbarians. And the Frost Barbarians are pretty sensitive about bad juju and stuff. So they're like, if this seal gets stolen, then the deal is off. So you got to recover it before it gets to Spine Castle, where it may disappear. You'll never get your hands on it. So it's kind of a chase. It's a nice chase adventure. And they give you details of what the party looks like that you're chasing, so it's pretty significant group.
Hey, Ashlar, Jeremy, was that in the actual computer version of Pool of Radiance? Yeah? Where the dragon, if I recall playing that, I think that wasn't it? Yeah. Interesting. Weren't there also controlled audios in that were like sculpting their crap up to the ceiling or something too? I can't remember. I can see Ed doing something like that in his participation, but yeah. So the stolen seal. So I mean, it's good if you really want to get a little more. Yeah, last boss fight. Okay, you want to get your barbarians involved. I mean, in the north, there's nothing up in the northeast, right? Early on, publication wise.
Oh well, there's the the Howl from the North trilogy.
Right, I'm saying early. I'm saying this is super. I'm saying 85 and before.
Yeah, whoever wrote these up definitely did a good job of spreading them around, because there's ones on all corners of the map essentially.
Well, that was good that they did that. But those are, you're right. This is the earliest that we know of, because this is 1980, and I'm trying to think of plot hooks that were specifically bullet point plot hooks that were like in adventures. Now there's a lot of stuff in the GE series and to give you ideas and all, but I can't think of specific like this, so I guess this was the first time we see them.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been wonderful if they just kept doing this, maybe in Dragon or Dungeon.
They do have side treks in Dungeon, which are cool. I love the short adventures.
Yeah.
I love those.
I mean, these are definitely, these are side trek in length, but the plots that they suggest could be an entire campaign.
Right, and that's kind of where the discussion is for tonight, everyone, is that you're going to find something that interests you, and then you're going to run with it, even though it may only have a couple lines or it's a throwaway, right? And we all have those. So let me do my throwaway. Gary's going to appreciate. All right. If I can find it. So it was kind of on a dare, man, and it started last year. Right. Here we go. There we go. So I'm talking about doing something during Virtual GrowdCon last year because I'm going to run a game on Thursday night. I said to Gary, Gary, I need an idea for Lich, man. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm doing all this stuff with Verities, right? Backstory and where he's from, and it's that Lich. It's in D1. It's just lying there on the shelf in a cave. I'm like, cool, man. So guess what? So I run this whole adventure on Thursday. Some of you may have even played on it. No Vampire Thrommel, Rick. That's funny. So last October, I run the adventure. Ed plays in the game. A couple other guests and open signups. Thanks, Tim. And we run this. And then they defeat him. Then at GaryCon, during Virtual GrowdCon, they find a treasure map. Then at GaryCon, they decide we're going to go. It's a long haul back into the mountains. We're going to go find this location. Unbeknownst that his ring is has its phylactery in it. And Darling's character, Flavius, the wild mage, has it on wearing it because it's plus 3 in protection and it's starting to turn into him. It was fun. And that was a fun part of GaryCon, and it was a blast. Just from this Lich who's lying in there for no reason. There's no write-ups anywhere, right, Gary, besides this adventure?
No.
And stuff you've done, correct?
Yes.
Nothing. At least he's named, right, in the adventure. And so from that...
Which is amazing, right? Because, I mean, a lot of times the NPCs, monsters are, generic. They don't get even a name.
Right. So we get that Lich, and we get a whole background story on the Lich from Gary, and then I run 2 major adventures in it. One finishing up at GaryCon last year, which was a blast. So yes, for Lich's sake. So there you go. That's what we're like. That's a hook, small hook I ran with, and that was a blast. So, and he's got like 300 magic mouse around here. I can't even imagine how annoyed I'd be just walking in there with it.
Liches should never be random encounters.
Right. There should be a purpose. Well, it could be a oops, we accidentally ran into one, but there should be at least a story behind it, right?
Yeah.
There should be a story. So
now I'm curious.
Uh-oh.
He's opening the tome.
Mike showed me something I didn't know about all the ship stuff in it last week, so he's going to it this week. So let's see.
Might take me a bit. Hang on.
As Mike's doing that,
continue.
Gary, tell us about or a plot hook, a little twist, something you've run with.
Well, I first go to the classic, which is the Worlds of Loth's Web in GDQ 1 through 7. Yeah. I don't know if they're always in
Same
Q1,
here.
but those are some amazing adventure hooks that only have a few paragraphs, but you could turn them into an entire campaign.
And we have visited multiple ones.
Oh, have you in your campaign?
Oh yeah.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, absolutely. Now this is on my wall of fame, not because of the stupid adventure, but for the side worlds. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that was just a genius idea. I have a feeling that was David Sutherland's idea too. I just have that. I mean, notion. Maybe some of these were his settings, you know. But this was a great adventure where you could get lost in alternate prime material planes.
Definitely.
Yeah, the encounters on the web itself, and the spider ship. It was a mess. It was done. I don't know, kind of strangely. Sayer CD we used multiple times. In fact, the Sayer CD elves, which are they're called the Pharisee elves, if I recall, in here. Yes, the Pharisees, and they enslaved the dwarves. The dwarves of the lands are enslaved. Yeah, and Loth is like allied with them. We're a thorn in the side for a while as they were like trying to make their way into our GREYHAWK, our world. And they were trying to open portals in other spots, not just into the demon web. And maybe they've been successful, but they're evil elves or surface dwelling elves are always fun. Thanks, Chris. Yeah.
Well, that name comes straight out of Welsh mythology, and
Yep.
it's definitely, as Sam says, was used in Three Hearts and Three Lions. So he's definitely inspired by myth and legend in some of these places.
It's funny that the forest is actually called Lost Forest, which is on that plane. It's not in the demon, in the on the abyss. It's actually there, and they call it that. So, and it's all mythical creatures. It was fun. It was fun to bring them in. I don't want to go too far and make it because I don't want it to become Planescape. I didn't know what Planescape was then. It just wasn't. But tangling with them a couple times, that was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, but these are alternate primes, they're not outer planes. So they might have a little different geography and some different
I'll never
features,
forget,
but people are essentially normal.
I made the Duke a little a higher level. So a quick story was we had another a player, and he had a halfling thief named Prince Patrick, and he's sneaking behind to go for a backstab, and this guy has I think he had a robe of eyes on, and he sees him coming. He casts Disintegrate on him, and this is the day with there were no special hero points. It was just regulars back then. I give him about based on how they did and all. He needs a 3 on his saving throw. And he has like eight regular hero points. He doesn't use any. And they're all like, "What are you guys? You're stupid. Why don't you roll it? Why don't you make it a 2?" So he rolled a 2. Oof. It was funny. The moral of the story: if you have hero points and you could die from a disintegrate spell, use them. Yeah. So and that
okay.
happened.
So sorry.
No, it's okay.
For backtracking in my DM's guide. No, I was curious. You said about randomly running into a lich, so I was gonna check out the
encounter tables in the back. Yeah.
Yeah. So like they have monster level 1 through 9.
Yeah.
And no liches on any of them.
That's good.
Not even the highest level list has a lich.
What's on level 9? Is there like an iron golem on level
9? Level 9. You would ask me.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Level 9 are like pit fiends.
Okay.
Storm giants. 20-headed hydra.
Awesome. I love the huge
Nycadaemon, purple worm, titans, vampires, etc.
No liches.
Anyhow, the liches are on the psionic charts, and on the undead subtable, where they majorly appear in hills and mountains. So there you go, Asberides.
Okay.
Now for my random discovery in the book, though,
yes,
not at all on topic. You could roll up a random castle, right? So you can get anything from a small castle to a large castle. If you roll 100%, let's say you could get a fortress complex castle. Then the very next random chart is castle inhabitants. So if you roll up a fortress and then you roll a 15% chance it's uninhabited.
It's
Here
just
you
like,
go, players. Have a free castle. Oh, I love this book.
It's just like all those guys that rolled up Exonics, and they all randomly rolled for Sonics, and they all randomly had cell adjustment. Every single one of them. I was like, okay, that's enough of that. So, what's up there, Greg? Yeah, but that's it.
So what the encounter things with liches, to sum this up, tells me is those should be in planned encounters.
Yeah, because they're super intelligent, right? And they're just not wandering about unless something's wrong with them or something. I guess
I mean, same thing with demon lords and anything of that quality.
Absolutely. All right. So let's just real quick here. We'll just scroll through these. Frozen Lands. You got Kevin Costner's Waterworld here. If you really want to do it, you can. You can even put that character in there and you can feel wonderful about it. I'm just kidding.
I guess, would he be a ranger?
I don't know what he'd be. You can fight the smokers. You could just have. I'm kidding. The Black Fen. That sounds cool. We've been in this, the Labyrinth of Arachne. We had to go in and rescue someone. That was fun. And that they had to go in, and because it says no one ever escapes, but they had to go in and they had to find this person and rescue them. Yep. And that was a long, long time ago.
And they never escaped.
Yeah.
Long time.
I love the picture too of this guy here just getting like the spiders got him. Oh, yeah, from behind there. Yeah, in that one. Maldiv as well. We were in Maldiv too. That's a last Dwarven Kingdom, if I recall, in that world. I love that. It's a great picture. Really cool picture.
I really like Maldiv. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a diesel.
I think
that's
there's some
vampire,
suggestion. Right? Dale Asher the Bear has I think a pet theory that maybe Mayahane comes from Maldiv.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad idea.
Huh. Yeah.
Deep in the
Of course,
labyrinth.
Then I told him, well, that kind of suggests she failed at her mission there, so she's coming to Earth.
I didn't know there were any. There are humans. Okay, there are humans, but they're all refugees. Like the humans are all scattered.
Yeah. Ooh, Lord Kalan says it was used in polyhedron.
What? Maldiv was using an article about world building and polyhedron. That's cool. Lord Kalan, do you have any idea who wrote that article?
Yeah, if you could tell us which polyhedron, what year.
If you could find that would be awesome, Lord Kalan. You don't have to find it tonight, or you can just tell me. That would be fantastic. And I'm really glad that you've brought that up. The Night World of Vlad Tolenkov. It's a undead world. This one's a small one, Loth's Prison, but it was cool. It's like a little mini world, and there's just a cage. And usually you guys read it. Trinax the Cleric. Yep. And
predates Ravenloft.
Yeah, all this predates Ravenloft. There's no. This is 81. There's no spittance of Ravenloft back then. So and I know we're going off on a lot of tangents, but that's part of the fun tonight. When Ravenloft first came out, like
the module,
and then people started running Dragon magazine articles, right? And most of those articles were like, you're here in you're here in GREYHAWK, you're here in Forgotten Realms, and then you get drug into the mist for some reason, right?
Right.
And you do the mission, and you're able to come out, right? That was what I thought was super cool.
It was a nice gimmick because it lets you jump into those modules from any setting, any published setting.
Oh, Mech Boy, I may not have made it public. Let me check here. That's my fault. It should be showing. Yeah, the link's down there. That's my fault. All right, Mike, Gary, bring something up while I am attempting to make RetroCon a public convention here. Convention setup. Maybe I kept it private by accident. It should be showing. Oh crap! I have no idea where to find this. I'm gonna have to go through venue, contact the theme proposals.
Have we wish listed yet?
Yeah, anything that's wish listed or yeah, that'd be fine.
Because I think a Rel Astra Grandwood, those hooks are quite appealing to me, but I've never seen anyone go too far with it. Maybe Rel Astra maps, but not much about the adventure surrounding it.
Oh, we're going too far.
What?
Sometime in the next year, you guys are going to get as much Rel Astra as you can handle.
Oh, cool.
So,
Rel Astra.
Yeah.
Let me.
It's funny because it's almost like it's got kind of like the qualities of a reverse dungeon, right? Because it's the good guys are in the forest,
right,
and the evil people surrounded in the cities, and so the PCs can definitely run a kind of Robin Hood like campaign, defeating both the forces of maybe you ally with Drax, but you defeat the forces of the Overking.
Look at that. He found it.
Darn.
Thanks, Larkalon. And it's Roger Moore.
Wow.
112. What year is that?
It's gotta be like mid 80s. Probably 112, probably 83. That's a guess. 112 Roger Moore. Nice.
See, I'd put it later because if they're only doing 12 of those a year, that's.
Oh, I thought didn't they start in the late didn't they start when Dragon started? Yeah, maybe it's later than that. You could be right. You could be right, Gary.
Yeah.
I was a guess. I was a guess on my part. I could be way off. All right. 94. Oh, I was off by a decade. Thanks, Larkalon. All right, so just double check to make sure that is public. What was I doing here? I wanted to bring up the my GREYHAWK map here real quick. Give me a sec. I should have been up early. I'm losing it here. And I got so much on my mind now, all the prep stuff I got to do right away now that I'm like, oh yeah, the surgery's next week, instead of mid to late 80s. I thought, there we go. So you don't like that idea. So Gary, you want to hold off on that one because it's too much going on, is what you're saying there. Grandwood. I mean,
it's no. What do you like about it? What are the elements you like about it, Mike?
Well, yeah, definitely the Robin Hood thing. And they.
I mean, if it's not the biggest city in the planet, it's definitely number 2 behind GREYHAWK.
Yeah.
So it's a huge metropolis as well that doesn't
Coincidentally, tucked into my glossography, I have 4 pieces of graph paper taped together that has my map of Rel Astra.
Oh, look at that.
Oh my God, Mike. You're revealing this for the first time. You are
sandbagging that for 30 years.
Never been used.
Wow.
See, I was that close to doing a campaign.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, Carlos is the 9. Where is that actually located on this map? Anyone know?
South of Rel Astra, heading towards Medesia.
So somewhere, it's not in the coast, though,
yeah,
right?
I think where your mouse is
right here.
Close.
Right
next there. Somewhere, yeah.
Okay.
Right where those roads are kind of intersecting.
Carlos, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Because I thought he's coming out with a sequel to it too.
It's a very popular one. Yeah. So.
Well, you have that case here, right, where the good guys are in the woods. You also have that case here, don't you? Whoops, where am I going? Isn't the Felt Reeve have up here the Green Keep and stuff? Don't you have the same case a little bit, where it's good guys up top here in the Felt Reeve?
Yeah, I think to a lesser extent for sure. Yeah.
Okay, not on that grand scale though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You gotta have a little Robin Hood somewhere in the, and then again, like how many? Is it me, Or like, I can't stand any of the Robin Hood movies, any of them. I mean, I like the original, right? With what's his name? Earl Flynn, right?
Errol Flynn.
Earl
Yeah.
Flynn. That's a
Yeah.
classic.
And then it just goes downhill, you say.
I don't need to see Kevin Costner as Robin Hood. I don't need to see Robin Hood Men in Tights. I don't need to see what's his name as Robin Hood, but he's not really Robin Hood, but he's banging what's her name from Galadriel. I don't need to see all that. You know what I'm saying?
I tend to like the series done with Robin Hood by British Productions. There was one in the 80s I remember that had magical elements to it, which was kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Lone Heath is quite good. It detailed eyes evil in his martial words. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it looks like I was wrong. There is some development on this part, and it was by Gygax. It's and I did a write up on it. Imagine that. Gayru's Folly, 578 common year.
All right. I'm going to discuss this. We're going to do a double sound in a second here. Hold on. Quickly By the way, everyone, if you know someone, I'm 10 followers away from 13,000. So if you know anyone who has followed, ask them to. I want to get to 13,000 before I go out on my surgery. Where's the GREYHAWK? Gary's Folly.
Takes place in the Granwood Forest.
Nice. Very cool.
It's the Rebels versus Rolastron.
Now, is that a Dragon article from?
Yeah.
Or is it from the Gore novels? Because he also mentions a couple of encounters between the Overking and good people of the Forest, I think, in the novels. So
yeah,
the sources are at the end.
He was definitely interested on the east side of the map, but he kind of was interested more from a wargaming standpoint. Like he loved detailing.
Yeah.
RJK
armies.
Captain Mindmorph made me laugh because he reminded me about Rocket Robin Hood. I was like, when I was a kid, I was like, what the hell's this? It's Robin Hood in space, right? Just, but whatever. It was funny. All right. We'll be posting. Look what Mike said here. I'll be posting at the same rates before I try to once a week, maybe Legends North Stream. Nice. Yeah. Cool. All right. So it's from Dragon 63. There you go. But see, you mapped it up really nicely too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the net result of this? Did they? I'm assuming they repelled them.
It was a massacre. The rebels massacre.
Yeah.
Just like you would expect, the good guys to do on their home turf.
On their home turf, yeah.
Well, that's cool. A massacre. Yeah, Armies of the Flaness were good ones, and the events in the Southern and Eastern Flaness were good articles too. With he and Rob Kuntz. Rob has been laying low lately. I mean, once in a while he posts replies to something on Twitter, but he's been laying low lately. I don't know what's up with that. So, cool, man. Nice one. Let's see who commented. David Leonard, Dick McGee. I don't know who that is, and Scott. That could be Scottish Jeff. I don't know who that is, or is that Scott Casper? Or sorry.
Maybe Scott Casper.
Oh, I didn't want to miss anyone too. So just as long as Scott still sometimes goes to Scott, that's okay, right?
But when I was doing those battle articles, the handful that I did finish, I was putting hooks into them to keep on theme of this topic. I wasn't just doing it for info dumping. I set it up that you could actually play out this battle or play out events around the battle.
Okay.
So with adventure hooks.
No, that's really cool, man. It shows that for a schlub like me, who's only using about half of the map, that there is a lot of stuff that there's only so many hours in a day and so many days in a week that I can adventure. And it's just like, there's a lot of content out there. There's stuff that like you'd have to really dig deep to find this. You need to, for you to bring out that this exists for people to even know it exists, right? That's what the point I'm trying to make is, you really have to know your stuff to know that there are great things out there for you, even if you're using like we're Dale DMs or we're Von Local DMs or Rob Phantom, and that's a good thing. So definitely, I'm changing something here real quick. So Gary, you got us a hook. Could be something small, could be something big, something you're working on, something you're like, oh God, dude, this really should be done up more.
Carl Sargent created a ton of them in his work.
He did. We can go through some of them. Absolutely. Yeah, he did a ton of them.
One of my favorites is that Causeway of Fiends that he put off the coast of the Great Kingdom.
Yeah.
It just seems like a ready-made for a high-level dungeon and campaign.
I mean, how much is there about that beyond what he talks about? It's not much, right? I mean,
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, a couple of fans have addressed it. I think even our own Paul
Luby?
Wosinger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Paul Luby has done a write-up on it that's really expanded on it.
Where is that write-up? Is that in the Earth Journal?
That was originally, I think, published on the Wizards of the Coast website where they were doing some mysterious places. So,
oh yeah, 3rd edition era during it's all that stuff that's going to disappear.
Well, except it's been collected into a volume so that it doesn't disappear. So I'll post a link to that.
Yeah, please. Absolutely.
But yeah, the idea was that the Flan had these, necromantic contacts with fiends back in the ancient times, and it gives the Great Kingdom something to fight against, obviously, to defeat, to win their new kingdom. But we don't get a lot of detail. We don't know were these guys liches or some other kind of undead, or did they use fiends as servants and stuff. We don't have a lot of information about that.
Armin, I got a ton of stuff in the Wild Coast, but most of it starts to center around Narwhal, right? But that doesn't mean that you can't, like, and if you're talking about sea-based or land-based too, we could go over that in a second here after we get off this. I'll answer that question for you.
Between From the Ashes and Slavers.
Slavers, especially. I'll go to a couple of my slaver ones. Land-based, okay. We'll talk about a couple. But yeah, the Dungeon Meister has another picture of this Causeway of Fiends. I just can't bring it up now. On DeviantArt, it's awesome looking. We're actually going across it. The party's running across the causeway. It's really cool looking.
Wow.
Yeah. You can only go across it during certain tide times, right? And then that is miles. So you don't get across it, and you can't. I don't think you're allowed to fly or teleport or dimension door to it, if I recall. I think they don't work. Yeah. Rick, I don't know what that is. So I'll ask Gary or Dale. So Rick just messaged me one. Ivy the Undying, Danakurian's Doom in Earth Journal 22 until the Starbreak. I think he named it. I don't know what that is, so I'll have to check that one out. I don't know what it is. It's something in Ivy the Undying.
You want to know about Danakurian's Doom? Is that the question?
That's the
yeah. Rick took it
the
from
City of Summer Stars, the elven city that just got destroyed.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that? I didn't know it was called Danakurian's Doom.
I can show you a comic I made about it.
Yeah, oh yeah, link to comic, absolutely. You're talking
that's
about
the name of the that's
yeah.
the name of the prince who went
Oh,
crazy.
okay. You mean this?
Yeah.
Bitterness?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bitterness was his sword. It's very Elric.
It's very Elric. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I just never knew that it was that. So, Dungeon No, it's a good dungeon.
Yeah, you could do. I mean, you can go maybe steal Forgotten Realms Mythdraenor sets and use them to detail an elven city in the forest.
Really?
Yeah, and then essentially add your own Greyhawkian twist to it.
Huh. I never thought about that. I have Mythdraenor.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, this would be sort of a darker take on it. But that, and there's no end to the number of cities of the elves that Tolkien had destroyed in the First Age, so it's very much like that.
It's all good. It's all good, Sam. All good. Yeah. All right. So, is that Mike's? Is that Mike's there, Rick? I think Rick linked it already. I can't leave my Twitch up because if I do, then it goes.
That's
insane.
Orth Journal. That's the Orth Journal that the comic is in.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Oh, see,
yes.
look, it messed up.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, it downloaded. It was a download. Oh, boing.
Yeah.
Yes, it wasn't okay. Very cool. Yeah. I'm lucky I didn't crash the stream right there. I got to be careful. I got to be careful on that one. So, all right, Rick, cool. 1 second here. All right, let me. My brain's going 20 different directions. Let me do this. So, Armin, let's do that first. Then we'll get. So let me go to this. All right. Armin, do you have the slavers? This is a bad copy, but there aren't many good ones out there. This is going to get you. Okay, so here's some things. I have, and I'll throw this up with my map too. Some things you may want to consider. You don't have to do what I'm doing, but just some ideas, some hooks here. Number one, I got there are three factions distinctly on this map right here. You have the Narwhal Headhunters, you have the Lands of Lord Mistrine, and you have the Cockatrice Riders of Pasquarel. I have them all butting heads, competing, expanding their territories. I mean, to have Mistrine, that is a day's ride from Narwhal, dude. And that dude's a 15th level. I know Anna thinks he's some lord from the Great Kingdom. I don't think so. I don't see it that way. I see it more like he is one of those super powerful guys that has risen up to a certain level, and he's just like, this is my lands. Now I also have Mistrine's daughters, so he has all these daughters are all anti-paladins running around too. So I like the factions fighting each other there. You got the bandits down here, and then you got this. This is the best. This is the best. This place here is where I'd adventure. If I had a chance to do a super, like a little, small, tight little place to campaign and start first level characters, I'd start them right here in Wyvernon. This is the place with the dwarven priest of Hexter running it, and he hates orcs, and he wants to paint. He paints the walls red with the orc blood, and he's got these evil gnomes here, and the people are basically held hostage by him, but they are still. It's only like 180 people, I think, in the village. It's a really cool story. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. There he is. And you can see here are his gnome cutthroats and stuff in the background, and they all worship this guy. Yeah. Not Safeton, and it's Wyvern. And this is 180. Wow, that was a good guess. Holy jeez. Yeah, he's a Hexter priest. So yeah, he's an anti-villain. He's doing the thing he needs to do to keep everyone alive, but at what cost, right? And they have this pitch that comes out of these bogs, and they torture, burn all the orcs. It's awesome. It's perfect. So, yeah. See here, adventure idea. This is a good opportunity to give the heroes of a taste what it's like to be a humanoid. While exploring lands, the heroes fall in an old mine are trapped until a half-orc lends a hand. We will travel with the heroes, but in Wyverton, he will become the objects of taunt or orc baiting. I think it'd be a little worse than that. That's being kind. By the way, on this, someone, God, I can't. I got to be careful on my wording here. And I don't know who of you were around during third edition, but Sam was around. Someone, Narwhal got attacked, right? And just like everywhere else in third edition, everywhere gets destroyed at least once, right? Narwhal gets kind of destroyed in third edition. I never had that happen. But when they're rebuilding, of course, Armin, they decide to ethically purge every orc out of the city. And that's written down in the third edition era. Do you remember that, Sam? I mean, and I was shocked when I read all that. So it went crazy. I did none of that stuff. Now I have it that they are suspect, and we're talking orcs, half orcs, full families, everything. Boom, just gone. Gary, I don't remember who wrote that up, but I was like, man, that's crazy. No, it was third edition stuff. It was because they had done that the night of the Great Burn, where they burned Narwhal to the ground. Yeah, no, it's third edition error. I'm positive.
Sure.
Yeah, I was shocked about it because I have my packet together, all my notes for Narwhal. I didn't implement it. Now what I did was I said that there was a lot of bigotry against orcs and half orcs because of all the fighting with the humanoids, but I did not have that event even happen. Because if you implement every single event that Living Greyhawk did, yeah, right, Gary.
Well,
you have to
we don't have much left.
Yeah,
you have to pick and choose.
You have to pick and choose. So, yep, that's me being a little dramatic there, but that's okay. I love that area, and there's a lot more plot hooks. But Armin, I wouldn't limit myself to only land. There's a lot of cool things all the way up. We do a lot of privateering from Harby. Blue Bay, by the way, is Patrick's town he created. The map is on my wall downstairs. So and Anna added it to the map. But there's all sorts of cool things, shipwrecks, pirate hunting. All sorts of cool things you can do while in the water too. Further south, you got out of Cantona. This is there's an anti-magic zone around this. It's really neat things. That's Slaver's book's great. Read it. So there you go. All right. Yeah, it wasn't. Even it was much for me. So, yep. Which was a poor plot line. Yep. Very poor plot line as far as I'm concerned. Which one, Sam? Oh, they're about to like Tursmac invading North so you can invade divers. Oh God, no. Who would want to invade divers? Just kidding. Yeah. Hey, Rob. Yeah, divers is. I guess I gotta. Whoops. What did I hit? I hit the wrong button. I got too much going on here. I'm hitting way too many buttons. My shout-outs are all mixed up on the two things. So the divers admins wanted it. The diver admins did a lot of crazy stuff. So we had them on, and it was nutty stuff. Divers and Verbobach were kind of crazy. All right. So, Mike, what about another hook? That was a great hook you gave, and you had a map to back it up. Holy jeez.
I don't know if I have a hook, more of a wish list, and that's you were talking about the privateering on the Woolly Bay, and hell knows I've wrote a lot of hooks for the Hold of the Sea Princes, but I know the whole Azure Sea setting, there would be you got to have something for the Hold the Sea Princess to, work against, right? So, like, I'd like to know more Gradsul. I'd like to know more about GREYHAWK. Blue gets talked about a lot. And you saw how developed Jay had it around Hardby, all these little towns and everything.
Yeah.
Got to be like that up and down the Q land, Principality Hewlett coast, right?
There should be a lot more communities.
So you need, what I'm getting down to is you need ports of call, and ports of call are great starting points, hooks for sea-based adventures.
Absolutely.
Just, you're going from A to B and back.
And you do a lot of that in your Sea Princess one. You did a lot of that, and
Yeah, Mike. Presumably, a lot of the trade and other things circumnavigate the Azure Sea, so you'd expect there to be a lot of smaller towns and ports all the way around.
The Scarlet Brotherhood actually goes great length of detailing what's around that peninsula.
Yep.
Little ports and towns, which is useful because if you go with the hidden Scarlet Brotherhood system, all these towns are legit, right? All these little villages and whatnot, and so you can have the players encounter it, and they're none the wiser. A lot of orc sympathy here.
Yeah,
it's
no, it was so what happened is the following. Third edition went a little off the rails. All right, so let's just, because of the Living Greyhawk era, and everyone had its own zone, and after the first couple years, they kind of Eric Mona moved on to better and bigger things, and they kind of let them have at it. Like the Duchy of 10 had the Ether invasion or whatever it was, which was like that was done over a drunken. They were all drunk one night and said, "Let's do this to one of the regions," right? So
I doubt any ruler in the World of Greyhawk survived the Living Greyhawk campaign.
Right. They killed. Oh my god, my brain shut off. One of my favorite paladins, for example, on the map here. Is Karastine. They killed her not once but twice permanently. Not once, twice. So with that, what they did was in Narwhal, they destroyed the city of Narwhal. The orc forces came up, Tershmak came up and just razed it. And that never, I don't have that ever happening. But with that, there was a lot of the people who were survived and were rebuilding. They're like, we're gonna get rid of every single orc or half orc that's within 100 miles of here. That's what I meant. Yeah. Well, they thought it was, because of what happened, that explains it. So yeah, I'm just I was not a fan of it, but that doesn't mean there's not bigotry in different areas. But I had a lot of orc and half orc characters, half orc, especially Knights of Yula characters. There's a lot of them. So, yep. In fact, Korg's character, Maram's a quarter orc. Yeah. All right. Sea-based adventures give you a lot of opportunity, Armin and other people running up and down the Wild Coast, right? For hook, a good hook. Yeah, Korg the Mighty. He's in a lot of trouble. If anyone saw what happened Saturday, he's in a lot of trouble. So, he's Gary. Did I tell you about that?
No.
Here's a hook. Here's how you take a hook from one adventure to another. So, in Baldrin's Beacon, there's that glass case with all these super powerful books inside. Most of them are bad, right? So the adventure title was No Means No. So Korg wanted to take the demonology book. And the rest of the party says, do not take the demonology book. We don't know what it does. Someone touched it. They got a bad feeling. I made them make a save, or it would have summoned a demon right there. They made their save. He decides, he discords me, and he's like, I want to sneak back before we leave. I want to take that book because I think it could help us in the future if we got to negotiate with a demon or something. He has no idea, because this guy's got 8 intelligence, right? He doesn't know what he's done. He takes the book, takes it to Trade Town, buys a house, puts it in his house in a safe. Well, I had it that it summoned a Type 5 Marilith, right? And then she starts just summoning all these other minions and says, all right. And she's like, you have at it, town. And she goes off into the swamp looking for a power base, looking for, another Asul, burial site or whatever. She goes off doing that while the demons are starting to rip apart the town. Yeah. So there you go. So when someone in your party tells you not to take something, don't take it. Yeah. From the Atlas of the Flannis, page 50. What is that there, Rick? What did you find in there? What did you find in there? What, Narwhal? Yeah, Narwhal's in there. Yeah.
I listened to most of that Voltron's Beacon.
It's in there?
Ooh.
It's before Living GREYHAWK. Wow. I did not know that. I didn't implement it. Well, let's take a look. I have that book. I have that up. Thank you for the follow. Atlas. That's a campaign book. I got the wrong book up. There was a raid. Darling! What's up? We do have a great giveaway. We're giving away 2 Classic D&D reprints. Please feel free to sign up for that, everyone, as we are rocking and rolling here. We're talking plot hooks in GREYHAWK, adventures and plot hooks, things you'd love to see. All right, let me take a look here. Page 50. I believe you, Rick. Wait a minute. Am I in the wrong book? I guess I was in the right book first time. I'm in the wrong book. It is this one. 50. Thank you.
The summer wind has brought us.
Oh my gosh. There are great tales and whispers here. These are awesome in here too. All right, Wild Coast, 50. Night of Terror, 584. Population of most cities is a sharp turnover. Before the wars, this changed. Night of Terror early in 584. Every orc, half-orc, and hobgoblin narwhal Safeton was knifed, lynched, or burned alive by the humans, fearing they were Pomar spies. I have my dates all mixed up there then. So, yep. Cool.
Echoes of the hateful wars, which in some ways have never ended.
Well, you know who did that. It says Safeton, so we know who did that. Turned Deathstalker, right? He's in Safeton at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Turned Deathstalker hates him. So that makes sense. I appreciate it, man.
It does.
I thought it was after. All right. Either way, I haven't had it happen. So it's all good, though. Thank you for finding that, man.
So I've got a huge wish list item.
Yeah, please.
And I'm like, I don't even know how this is still open. Oh my God, Butterscotch, please. Just a sec. Where is my Castle Blackmoor adventure?
Yeah.
It feels like we've been promised this for 40 years, right? It's clearly one of the big dungeons on the map.
Yeah.
Now, Mar Castle, we only got a piece of it from Rob, and there's some other, third-party stuff. And we got various versions of Castle GREYHAWK. But the third one, the third of the big 3, is supposed to be Blackmoor. And while we have some locations in the Barony, we really don't have an adventure set in this keep. And what's going on there? Is it inhabited or is it a ruin?
That's a good point.
It was always a backdrop.
I was always expecting this product to come, and I know there were a few modules set in the Barony, but still nothing for GREYHAWK.
So could it be that with the Arneson Gygax split, they just said, no, not happening? Right. I mean, that's why AD&D was made, correct? So technically, he made Advanced Dungeons and Dragons because then he didn't have to pay any royalties to Arneson.
That's wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. So.
Dungeons of Castle Blackmore 3E. I know there was a 3E Blackmore book, hardback book, because I had it, but I don't remember if it was the castle or not.
Jeremy, I've never seen it. Where is that? Is that a hardback book? If it's downloadable on the drive-through or whatever, just link it in chat for us. So, and who made it? There was an adventure book published by Dave Arneson. Okay, there it is. So that's Arneson published it. So Gary, it does exist somewhere. But Gary must have had to go off with the dog.
Okay, so but they keep referencing the Blackmore setting. I want the keep. I want the castle.
Yeah, this is.
Did he publish an actual adventure for the castle?
There was an adventure book published by D.A. Arneson, Blackmore setting in. Well, we'll see. Delawolf just got it here. Let's take a look. The Dungeons of Castle Blackmore from Zeitgeist Games. 4 stars? 3.5 stars. What year is this published? 2007. Huh. The review, Kenneth, gave it 2 stars. More significantly, the dungeon layers are pretty small, rather boring. Descriptions are terse, which is common enough, but there's little interesting in here. Poor writing, lousy art, and awful editing. Yeah, the reviews are a lot of 3-star reviews. I don't know. I've never seen it, so there you go. But thank you. Yeah, Mordenkainen's Fantastic Adventure also. But yeah, that's yeah. No, that we give that away, Patrick. I have it right here. That is the original. That's Mike's favorite, right, Mike? Didn't you rate that your highest in the top 20, top?
Yeah.
I thought I had it right here. Yeah. So Zeitgeist was working with Dave before his passing. So there you go, Gary. So
Mark Castle's fun because it's a module that doesn't want to let you in from the very beginning.
Right.
The unopenable doors. And then on the first level, its most powerful monster is on the first floor.
It's a little backwards. Yeah.
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 It's all downhill from here, guys.
Yeah. So someone should check that out. I mean, it's probably cheap as a PDF. We could probably download it and take a look if it's salvageable. It's a 3rd edition adventure, but it does exist it does exist.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'll definitely check this out.
Yeah, and that's good. See, noting that Dave Arneson did do something. Now, whether it was his greatest work or not, leads to the reviews would say getting 3.5 stars on drive-through tells me, it may be just a dungeon slog without any story. Like Mark Castle has storylines, right? Expedition Ruins of Greyhawk has storylines.
I want to say that Castle Blackmore, at least in the World of Greyhawk setting, was supposed to be inhabited by orcs. Why?
Really?
Why do I think that? Why do I think that?
Yeah. Why do you think that?
I don't know.
You should have your head examined. Oh.
Oh, too soon, Gary.
Nice.
No, I didn't hear that rumor, but we have this Baron Besmo. Does he live in Castle Blackmore? And is it not a ruin? It seemed like it was described as something of a ruin, but
I don't think it's on the ruins on Nana's map. Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. But the comeback in is there, so that's got to exist somewhere, right?
So yeah, this product that was linked on drive-through is definitely 20 levels of a dungeon in Castle Blackmore. So that it definitely is something worth checking out to see if could it be made to fit in Greyhawk.
And can it be salvaged?
If it's through 3rd edition, then there's a very good chance it's adaptable.
Yep.
Easily adaptable.
I'm trying to stay away from my own hooks. So
yeah, Dark Elf, but that's just like the original, Greyhawk Ruins. It's like, deeper and deeper and deeper. Well, a lot of plot lines at the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, every author in those days had their own
Mm-hmm.
mega dungeon.
Yep.
Where they sent their PCs, and some of them were more developed than others, but it'd be cool to kind of get some background on what they did. This might be the answer to that.
So a lot of these Tales and Whispers here, and I'm just going right to this one right here. This is the gnarly forest ones, right? I have used this unusual monsters that have been seen roaming almost mindlessly, spreading north and east from the fork of a Jewel River. This is a wand that has a design fault to it, and it's just randomly summoning stuff, through a Demi Shadow Monster spell. I kind of like that idea. The 8 elves who have died in Shelton. I used that one as well during adventuring. Because we did a lot of, we've done a lot of adventuring and connected to GREYHAWK, Hardby, are all within reach of this, and then in the Narwhal stuff. So we've been doing Narwhal multiple times. And Blackthorn is the biggest plot hook of them all, right? It's like it's written up in the original GREYHAWK City box set right here, and it's got rough, like, what is it? It's just a deep cavern where there's a bunch of humanoids in the middle of the Nari forest. But is it really developed? No. It's always a threat. Like, they'll come pouring out at any reason and you don't know why, and that's kind of the way I utilize it. I don't want to develop it to the point where, oh, they're going to go in an expedition and slaughter everything. I want it to be that mysterious threat where oh my gosh, where are they coming from? It's I like it that way better. So what I read on Dragon's Foot areas, the JG version of Castle Blackmore first fantasy campaign is superior to. I don't even know what that is. The JG version, is that for Michael? And it's good to see you. What is that, Michael? I forgot to update your shout out. I apologize. I'll get it done for tomorrow
Judges
night.
Guild.
Judges Guild. Okay, Judges Guild in the Castle Blackmore version. Oh, wait a minute. How could I forget? Look at how quick I got something, Mike. I got the Judges Guild one we were talking about last week with all the maps inside, all the schematics. How much, everyone? How much you think I spent on this?
$50.
It's from 1978, and it's it says $6.50 on the cover. Yep. 25 $25. It was a price or best offer. I made an offer, and I got it for $25. That's it. Yep. Just got to look. So, can I find Blackthorn real quick here? There we go. I knew it there. So there's Blackthorn. It's got a cool fountain in it. That's the coolest thing about it. It's the fountain that heals. So it's neat. Arneson had a deal with Judges Guild. It fell apart, though. I did not know that. Huh. If anyone can link it on eBay or link it on, I don't think it's on drive-through, but if it is, love to see. Love to see what it is. And I'm assuming Gary would too. So.
Right. Well, let me tell you about Blackthorn.
Yeah, please.
I believe, again, I could be wrong and imagining this, Gary. Blackthorn, I believe, is what is supposed to be hooked up to the bottom of GREYHAWK Ruins, not a huge magic tunnel that goes under their div.
Sounds a lot better to me than that tunnel, yeah.
Yeah.
That's still a long way, isn't it?
Yeah, but at least it's on the right side of the lake.
It's kind of hard to go through a lake of unknown depths.
Yeah.
In a tunnel.
So here's Blackthorn.
Because I think they are digging in Blackthorn. That's part of that hook in the book.
Yep.
But they don't really say where to, I don't think.
I always thought they were trying to connect to the Underdark. That's what I always thought.
I assume that is the Underdark.
Yeah, okay.
That they're in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, but is it the Underdark that connects to Castle GREYHAWK, which would be a good
Right.
hook to use?
Right.
It still would have to go under the river, right? Or is that on the correct? No, it's not. It's on the same side of the river. Yeah.
Yes, let's not have the argument right here about 2 forward, please, and 1 forward. Again, that hurts me. It hurts my eyes just talking about them because it's navigable.
I don't engage in navigation of
Yes.
river discussions.
Some of the most contentious discussions in GREYHAWK.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And also whether this is naturally made, this passage, or not up here, right? If it's man-made or not, yeah. So, okay, all right. So there we go. Blackmoor has some potential there, Gary. You got 2 options for it.
Well, that proves how useful the discussion is tonight, because now
100%.
there's something to follow up on, and it looks like it's a pretty chunky document.
But I'd love to see his
305 pages
version. I said, if I can get this for $25, you never know what you're going to be able to get for Judges Guild, you know? So now I'm not going to get a book of archaic names for that much from Judges Guild, let me tell you. You did? Jeremy, if you want to put stuff in my Discord link or somewhere. Oh, you did. Oh, okay. Here's the forward from the Dungeons and Castle Blackmoor adventure. It says Blackmoor Dungeon was the location of the first dungeon crawl ever. It served as the basis for Blackmoor campaign. Period first in fantasy campaign published in 1977 by Judges Guild. The dungeon depicted in that supplement was targeted towards a higher level party, hence its deadly 40 goblins, a massive spider infestation are on level 1. And visiting Blackmoor, it was determined the dungeon be able to track lower level characters while still giving them all the space in order to get killed. Very cool. Awesome, dude. Thank you. Thank you very much for doing that. So, yep.
So I'll tell you another one of my favorites. And it's not Sergeant, I think. Right?
Go for it.
So that rules out Philidor.
Oh, God.
No, there's a hook about the Twisted Forest.
I love Twisted Forest.
Near the Sus and the Pomarge. I mean, it's such a great hook. I mean, you basically have these like villains trapped in amber, who've been there for a long time, and you could unfreeze them or unfreeze a selective group of them and start tossing these villains at your PCs. I don't know if I thought it was, well, it might be there. Yeah, I'll have to reread the entry.
Well, Gary,
that was a little closer to the Sus.
I've done multiple adventures in the Twisted Forest.
Have you? Have you woken up some of the mages and villains in there?
Well, there's been a lot of remember this is the only place the white roses grow too, right? And
are some of your player characters trapped there?
No, they actually made their saves, but yeah, if you touch some of them, you actually will start. Yeah, it's a cool place. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna guess between 18 months and 2 years ago, I ran at least 2 adventures in the Twisted Forest. Yeah, and Les didn't he do? Les do it was either a Visions article or a Grey Grimoire on the roses that grow there, that are in that Twisted Forest. Yeah.
He definitely has a well-developed idea about Sewell and roses that's pretty cool.
Right, and that linked to it, and I really appreciated him doing that to continue on that, because that's in GREYHAWK Adventures, right? So let's go there. I have all these books up. Yeah, let's go here. I love it. Yeah, Gary. I mean, it's in the Pomarge. It's perfect. Let's see here if we can find it real quick.
There were some people who complained about this book when it came out, but it has a lot of material in it.
Oh my God, yeah. I love it. I absolutely love this book. And for putting it together in 90 days. The one thing that we all regret, and there's great things in here. Pinnacles of Azur-Alk, the Sea of Dust is mentioned, Pits of Azek-Zeal, Skelling's Shald. Yeah.
These are all great hooks.
The Sinking Isle, there's another one for the water.
I love that one.
It's got a great picture too of the sinking isle. There you go. As they're. Oh look, if they came over in a little boat like that, they're in trouble. I guess that's their ship is somewhere.
That's probably a launch.
Yeah, I know, but still, I don't know if that boat fit all those people. And then here's the Twisted Forest. Yep.
It's very Lovecraftian.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Twisted Forest is one that I've definitely used.
Yeah, so Pits of Azek-Zeel is referred to in Ready to Trader. Good point there, Zudrak, Michael. Yes. Yes, so it's a cool location. Yeah, and it said would be entirely mistress or not for the records of Kiosh Court and Neil Draw. Yeah. It's a curse. Someone, cursed them. The Flan cursed them here. They slaughtered a Flan tribe. Is that what happened? Yeah. By doing so, they brought on themselves the most terrible curse from certain the Flanish gods the tribe had worshipped. Yeah.
You could connect it to that other hook, which is that there's a sleeping entity under the Pomarge that is, yeah. Well, that's Joe Block taking the hook and developing it. Yeah, but you could decide that it's something else.
Azek-Zeel is in a Living Grok adventure as well.
I mean, if Crovis is supposed to wake up and help the Flan through a time of trouble, he's late 10 times over.
No.
They needed the help a long time ago.
So another one I ran with Gary in Crovis is there is a character in my campaign who is designated the champion of Crovis because in the end of one of the adventures where they were doing research and found out about this, and they were in the Pomarge, they found a tomb that was not Crovis but had a Crovis weapon, and when he claimed it, so now he knows, like, Crovis whispers to him, like, you will, yes. So he may be alive a long time now.
Do you have, well, more than 1,000 years, it seems.
Well,
do you have a cult of Crovis in your campaign?
I don't, but I do have that Crovis is like a dead Flan god, right? Dead Flan hero god.
I don't know if he's dead or just sleeping.
Yeah.
But
kind of like those that, and so that character is, is kind of intrigued by it and all, and we'll see where it goes. But yeah. Said when the idea is good, I'll run, especially in the scenario I'm playing in. I'll run with it. I love all those hooks,
Yeah,
I'm kind of a what's the right word for it? I like Crovis a lot on the down low. I've always thought about doing some writing about him, but that I always end up falling down a ancient Flan history rabbit hole, and I never get anywhere.
Right, because you sink in it. You sink over, and we have the lore. We have those that do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But mine is a little less. I go less deep into the lore and more into the action, right? And just we'll run with storylines. I love the Crovis line. I don't think Crovis has anything to do with the Earth Dragon. I just don't. Maybe if Joe took that idea from it, that's okay. But I just think I love the idea of there's a Flan, a hero deity, or whatever, that is there, and one day is going to get come back. I mean, there's a lot of those in all sorts of lore, right? Different.
Oh yeah, it's almost like the Arthurian legend about him coming back from Avalon.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, and here's the pillars are here. The Twisted Forest, that tells you how they work.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And
but I like the idea that these could be some pretty nasty, powerful villains from centuries ago.
Yeah.
Who are gonna they're gonna, if they're released, they're gonna be a little confused about what's going on, but they're also gonna probably be immediately up to no good.
So if I recall, in the adventure, there was a keep out there that was a Sul keep, where there was I gotta remember, and he was doing, it was another Sul, but he was doing studies on these areas. So I'm trying to remember the mission. I have to go back and watch my own vids. Go back and watch them because it was fun. It was a fun adventure. So Twisted Forest is awesome. Burning Cliffs. Yes.
Go on.
Oh, I'm just going through what's in here.
Yeah.
I was
going to say I found, when you get done with that, I found some more glossography type hooks for you.
Let's do it. No, go ahead, Mike. Let's do it.
Okay. Buckle up here. This is from the 2024 DM's Guide.
Really?
Yes, they have example adventures in here that are kind of in the same vein as
all right, that's cool. Let's hear it.
All right. I'll just kind of give the premises. The first one's called The Fouled Stream, level 1 adventure. The folk of High Airy, so that's a village near the city of GREYHAWK, are noticing fungal growths on the riverbanks. The characters might be from the village, or they're contacting the free city, and they're to investigate what's causing these monstrous funguses to show up, I guess. Real easy, right? The next one is a second level adventure called Minor Difficulties. It's almost like Jay wrote these titles. It says here, the mayor of the village of Blackstone, so one of the mining towns near the city of GREYHAWK, hires the adventurers to deal with a monster in the mines. Pretty cut and dry there. I think it says it's like connected to the Underdark. You mentioned something about a hook ore. So
Blackstone's the one where it's that sheer wall, right? And they're like mining in the side of it. Yeah, that's a cool one. Yeah, there it is. Yep.
All right. The third level adventure is called The Winged God. A merchant hires the characters to escort his wagon to the mining village of Diamond Lake, which happens to be near the new lair of a dragon. Something about kobolds, but this is an adventure that you deal with a very young red dragon.
Okay.
So that's pretty handy. And then the last one is for level 5 characters. It's called Horns of the Beast. Another merchant hires you to escort him to find an ancient temple in the Immediate jungle. So this one goes way off track. He offers to pay you in trade bars, and I can only imagine what the monster encounters on that. But there you go. Those are 4 adventure hooks.
We remember they're in the dungeon. There's one where you go in looking for certain creatures. That we went over on. I think it may have been a cabin, but we went over some of those.
Yeah. Anyhow, when I had looked them back up, I thought, oh no, those are kind of in the same vein as the glossography, because it's just real cut and dry. It does give you, the important details to run it, but they're like less than a page adventures to run with.
Well, it's what, and it's good that they actually. I'm happy to hear, and I imagine Gary is too, that they actually took the time and put some decent plot hooks in there.
I'm pretty sure Chris Perkins wrote that section before he moved on.
It has a Perkins feel to it.
I just think he was the only one remaining on the staff who had that kind of knowledge of the setting.
Okay. Yeah, I wonder how much you're going to be relying on the DM's Guild now, after no one's there.
They have the Adventures League too.
That's true. That's true. 100%. Yeah. Can link it to the needle module. No. Trying to quit. You need. I remember we were talking about. Was that Doug Niles wrote Needle? Is that correct? If I recall. Yeah. Was one that he wrote, and I was like, yeah. All right, Gary, you got any others here?
Well, there's one that I'd, of course, love to have reformed. It was originally a hook. Someone took it and developed an adventure with it, and the adventure's awful.
Doom Grinder.
It's called Doom Grinder.
Yeah.
You know where I was going.
Oh.
I knew exactly where. Yeah,
I mean, it was one of the coolest hooks that Sergeant left.
I agree 100%.
and they went with the the most trite explanation for it. Now I could see a serious Greyhawk fan saying, just immediately leaping to like Thera's Done or something with it. That's also kind of going to be kind of little, too much of the same. But
I got away from it, and I was doing it, and I had that because Ed created that. He created a demigoddess of that was under Ralashaz, Silakra, the fire goddess, who was like the creeping fire, the staring, gazing fire, and I did adventures on it. I just got to get back to it because it was foretelling the doom in all the adventures were in the area, foretelling doom. I mean, that's where as Curtis laughs, where the adventure Sourload took place. And he always laughs every time we talk about that, with the magical gems that ooze out goo. Yeah, nice way. Could have been a giant juggernaut. It could have been just a clock that like it was meant to be, that would foretell when the end of the world was coming, which is the way I like it. Needles Mentor, that's it. I had
it does.
that. Yeah.
It does immediately make you think of the Mayan calendar that has that long run and then supposedly ends in cataclysm and then renewal. But I remember a discussion on GREYHAWK a few years ago where some ideas were being thrown out. And one of the ones I thought might be kind of cool was that the idea that the Doomgrinder ticks away towards the return of GREYHAWK's Tarask, the release of its Tarask. Sort of the ultimate monster.
You near the ocean, Gary? I just heard seagulls. Did you guys hear the seagulls? I heard seagulls. That was funny.
I have crows in the backyard.
Oh.
Yes. Servant crows.
There they go.
Ready to attack. But yeah, whatever the actual Doom is, what I think could be cool with it is the idea that PCs go in there, have an adventure, and if they're successful, reset the clock somewhat,
Right.
And put the Doom off for more time.
Of course, I have a comic for this, Gary.
You do?
There's always a comic. Let's see it. I'll share it with everyone. A sec here. I gotta come up with a faster way to do this. All right. We are here, brother. Our long journey is finished. To see the dark god's unholy work bring a tear to my eye. Behold, Doomgrinder, the mystical clock that counts the years to the Earth's destruction. Wouldn't it be great if Doomgrinder was really a gigantic wheeled war engine driven by evil Darrow, crushing everything in their path? Or not? Nice. Yes.
Yeah.
Not my favorite, as you all know.
It's just like, oh man, this is cool. Nah.
Such a kick in the teeth. That's one of it's like, I can see you take Filler to Blue and you make it worse, right? I can't. The Doomgrinder story was so amazing. There's so many, like, Sargent did an amazing amount of things that, he was very too Tolkienish, right? But there are these things here. I'll give you another one. Just ogre meat itself is cool. Why is it there? Why are the ogres showing up there every couple of years? No one knows, but it happens, and that's another one that came out of From the Ashes. That was super cool. Another place you could develop, if you really want. Now, out of the three, the Starcairns, Lizendra the Mad, and the Doomgrinder, Starcairns are okay. It's developable. Starcairns are here. You can run that adventure. You can make your own Starcairns. That's another great hook. Look, Ghost Town Remembrance is right there too. I mean, he came up with all sorts of great things. Here's Stormkeep and the Mountaineer Militia. It's right here. Here's Karestein. He wrote up the entirety of Karestein's castle. Not destroyed in my game, right? No. So, just some awesome things in the area. Really, really good stuff. I mean, he did some wonderful hooks. So,
yes.
The Doom Grinder deviates and ends up in the near dev. It doesn't deviate. It just goes straight. You can't turn it. Yeah. Oh, cool. It would be, Sam. I mean, it's just like it's cool, and they're all over
Sam's
the place.
Right.
Yeah.
And if I recall right, there is thousands of those rings.
Yeah.
So Zygic was planning to make an ogre army.
Yep. No.
That sounds like Gygax.
Right. But I think in Expedition to the Ruins, you're able to find all the ones remaining inside, if I recall. It's like 35 of them. I forget what the boon is if you find them all. And my guys never did. That's one thing they never did, was find them all. If I'm remembering this correctly. But so we got to give Sargent some credit for a lot of the stuff that he did in the Cairn Hills and Cairn Hills and the Aberrals. He did a lot of great work developing. Like I said, I love the story of Sourload. Another cool location. So,
the author of Brary the Traitor, even if some people don't like that plot hook, he added a lot of hooks for the Bright Desert that are pretty cool.
Anthony Pryor, we had him on about a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool, smooth guy, right? And he has a lot of his own works too out, and and the story, what was the land called back in the ancient days?
Solm.
Etar.
Yeah.
Yeah, Solm. Yeah. So.
Yeah, cool artifacts there, some cool locations.
No, definitely some neat things, and you could just go through that Rary the Trader, which is more of a campaign guide than an adventure.
It is more of a gazetteer than an adventure.
Absolutely, right. Absolutely, and you could now. I know that once again, was it Paul and Creighton developed a little bit more, and they're Living Greyhawk Journal gazetteers, if I recall. Right, I think they're in one of the first four. There's more in the Bright Desert than them, so really nicely done. So. Hey, thanks, man. Hey, thank you for hanging. Really appreciate it. Okay, what we got here? All right, 842. Not bad. All right, let me think. We talked about historical ones, and that was a whole separate story. So we won't go back to the historical ones. They're plot hooks in themselves, right? We had the entire one on that. I did the Hateful Wars last year. Very happy I did that in a 24-hour stream. It was a fun time. And the repercussions of that still going, my campaign to this day. But all right, up here. Vespi always intrigued me. Now I imagine Jeremy and you and Tony and a lot of other people who were in the High Folk region probably saw a lot of stuff that I don't even know exists that I probably would like. But we haven't even talked about a lot of these books yet, and maybe we should in a future one go back to them. But if you go to Eyes the Evil or the Marklands, I think it's more Marklands for this book, right? The detail in here, and once again, these are Sargent books, so you're getting all these plot hooks, right, for the Vespi Forest. Let me see Vespi. What page is the Vespi?
And I still feel it's very scant.
Right. I mean, compared to the material that Forgotten Realms gets.
Compared to the size of it,
it
could have been its own book easily. It should be a box set, like the Myth Draenor box set for Forgotten Realms.
True. Really true. But he has storylines in here that take Filter out, because Filter is in here too, and I can't stand it. But the Defiled Glades is one of the coolest places I've ever. Ideas, you know, so many people die in a fight there, and the place just goes. There's something evil buried there, and it just rebounds on the land. I think that was cool. The Land of the Timeless Tree is really a neat concept. It really is. This is like the Grey Elf, where Grey Elves are, and the Seers, which there aren't many. Like I said, and the oldest elf that I saw published source, Sam, not Cannon or not Fannin, she's 660 years old. That's it, which makes no sense. You'd think that you'd have a Greyhawk that's like 1800 years old, but you know.
Well, this is second edition. I think in second edition they reduced the.
Yeah. Yeah. And Jeremy, those I just don't know about what they did, you know, and I'd love to have seen them. Yeah. You know, all the neat things here, all the neat stuff up north. Also, they got towers all over the place, bad locations. Someone's doing an adventure on Larrick's Tower, right? Is doing one on that. Mike, you didn't do it, did you? On Larrick's Tower? No. I forget who did it. You have a lot of really cool ideas up in this area, and that's why I liked it. By the way, this adventure, Serpent Mound, that's in Dungeon. It's like an ancient burial site that has some kind of demon that's dedicated to Ayus in it. It's a really good adventure. It's high level. I recommend looking at it. But that's from a dungeon. Yeah, our location's all the way up here in the Eagle's Nest. I don't get up there as much as I should. So, is it two? I think it is. I think it's 2 towers, Larrick's. Yep. But really a neat area. Here's the Singing Stones of the Vestview all the way up here. So another cool area that, If you have any Defiled Glades things, Jeremy, I'd love to see them. Both Defiled Glades and Timeless Tree, I would love to see them and see if I can incorporate them. Maybe get back to that area. So, all right, last round, Mike. Anything else you'd like to discuss? As we're winding down here, we're gonna make it.
That DM guide thing was my find.
That's an awesome find.
I would just throw out that we need stuff for the Theocracy of the Pale. Maybe.
I agree. You have 1/3 edition adventure, right? Like Disney.
Right. Yeah.
Up here. Sure. It really has nothing to do with anything else, correct?
Doesn't really give you much to go on for the feel of the Theocracy, I believe.
You can go crazy with troll lore there. Maybe put in a troll king.
Yeah.
And create an entire campaign against the trolls.
Yeah, Jeremy, whenever you get a chance, man. No rush, but whenever you get a chance, you know.
No, we'll throw out. Earlier, you were talking about mega dungeons.
Mm-hmm.
I have a mega dungeon idea.
Sure.
Or I had one back in 2017. God, time flies.
Another post?
This is a post.
All right.
Ready? Incoming.
All right, let me get
this
to it.
Post should come as no surprise to anyone.
All right, give me a sec. Oh, the Vault of the Emperor. Nice.
Vault of the Emperor.
Kabu al
Imperator.
Oh, this is a great idea. What do you think, Gary?
It's a remnant of the Backlash Sewell Wars.
Right, absolutely.
It would be, it's a vault, so it was protected from the disasters, and
I remember reading something saying that there are ruins of the Backlash Empire in those mountains around Ul, so the invoked devastation didn't wipe them out. So that's a cool idea that it could be super ancient.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, what was your grand thoughts on this?
I think the thought experiment at the time was what we were talking about, the Mar Castle, Castle Greyhawk, Castle Blackmoor. We had plenty of ones to go on, but maybe not the Blackmoor one, but they've been done. They've been redone. They're played out. And why hasn't another big mega dungeon popped up somewhere? Maybe Tomb of Horrors, maybe, I don't know. But so I thought why not one over in the Backlunish lands? So
Oh,
I just kind of made this up on a whim.
I like it because it's outside the box, number one, right?
Yeah.
Two, it is. I haven't heard anyone else really discuss it at all in like since I've been part of the community, you know. And that's kind of the stuff we're looking for is these a hook. It's different, you know.
Right. Yeah.
I always like to think Kester's right there on the edge of nothing and civilization. And so there's got to be a reason for Kester to keep going on. And, you could say, oh, yeah, there's trade, with Zeef and far away, like the nomads in the dry steppes. But it'd be interesting if there were, when you put a mega dungeon down somewhere, stuff tends to pop up around it.
How high is the escarpment? 300 feet?
I don't know. I think Anna could answer that.
Yeah, it's pretty high if I remember. So there's Kester's Tower of Abbey Dalzin, which you created. And so
that's one I would love to see done.
Is it
I don't know if I'm ever going to be the person to do that.
Right.
Mike, you got to do all this Abbey Dalzin stuff. Do a whole source book.
That'd be cool. Yes. Gary, I'll tell you this. Give me 3.5 years. Once I retire from my real job at 62, and hopefully I'm still here, I can I'll start doing a lot more. I just can't do it now. I'm at my wit's end, man, with real life and stuff right now. Getting other things going, but
yeah, you can't add anything else to your plate. That's for sure.
But by the way, the Luke project is coming along really nicely.
No, that's good.
It's coming along really nice. Yeah, we're moving very forward on it. It's fantastic. So Gary, what about you for a last one? Any others you'd like to discuss? Mike, that's awesome, by the way. I would you put it on this side or did you put it out here in the old sprue? Where's it going?
This is no, I think it's next to the crystal mist.
Oh, so you put it down here in the crystal. All right, along here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. Plenty of room.
Yeah, because if it was in the old sprue, Abbey Dalzin would have took it by now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I understand that, dude. So weekly 20 kick. No, my wife would kick my ass. I almost got my ass kicked for the last one. So yeah, no. All right, Gary, what do we got in closing?
Well, if now we're allowed to talk about ones that we wrote up. Mike,
yes, please.
Then I would say my number one dungeon to do in the Flannis, my number one adventure is Spine Castle.
Yeah, I was just already going there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the perfect setting for adventure. You've got humanoids, endless humanoids to contend with. You've got a ruined castle, and you've got connections to the Underdark. A very dangerous place to go. I mean, so dangerous that it makes me really wonder whether you could really play an elf or dwarf.
No, I agree.
Halfling in that place. It'd be tough.
It would be extremely difficult.
Yeah. You're going to get. You're definitely going to get a lot of blowback all the time.
When it was mentioned in the original glossography in 563, it was just mentioned and there was no other details anywhere else. Was it mentioned in the events of the Southern Eastern Flannis at all, or any of that, or is it just?
No, I mean it had a pretty solid backstory. We knew that humanoids invaded 30 years ago and took down the place, and it's been in their control ever since. We knew that, but all the other details had to kind of come in to give it a little more.
No, BB, it was not always barren. Bone March was the northernmost lands of the Great Kingdom, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
In that direction.
But was it well inhabited? Well, before Spine Castle?
Yeah, I mean, a couple 100,000 people, and in GREYHAWK terms, that's pretty decent.
Yeah.
But
not a lot of the locations on the map. There are some ruins on the map, but there's not a lot of locations. Once again, it's not.
Yeah, and the city itself is strategic because it's that pass that goes to the north to Radek, it's the only major pass for hundreds of miles. Like you'd have to go all the way around the Loftwood
or
to get to
take it
Radek.
by water, to get there.
Yeah, so it's a strategic place, and it's a good mix. You got sort of Vikingish material with the Frost Barbarians. You've got the humanoids. You've got the the Scottish like Highlanders down in North Province, and then the Flinty Hills gnomes.
Thanks, John. Yeah, you have a lot in the area, which is Highlander castles all here. Very cool. A good way to end it tonight. Look at that. We made it through 2 hours of bouncing around without a true agenda, or the agenda was talking about hooks and adventures and stuff. Thanks, Bob. But
the compass was spinning.
This is a fun discussion. So why don't we'll talk about what's going on. I'll give some updates, and then we'll raid into someone, and we'll move on for the night. So Mike, what's on your agenda coming up?
Speaking of barbarians, here's a new comic.
Nice.
Another Valkyne comic for you, Gary.
Oh, nice.
Valkyne Day.
Otherwise, my Parentland campaign's going good. We just started the Forgotten Temple Thurisdan, and we are, you'll love this, Jay, we are 10 rounds deep into a combat.
Right, because that's...
And and the players, they are sweating it hard. Yeah, at first they're just like, fireball, fireball, fireball. Now all of a sudden they're like, we're out of spells, and they're still coming.
Right, and the freaking, I bet, do any of them watch? None of them watch,
what?
Right? None of them watch. The Mountain Giant probably hasn't even showed up yet, right?
No, well, that's way
right.
But this is 5e. They're all like, "Oh man, we need a rest."
Like, nope,
no
they place to rest.
They keep coming. Yep. I was like, you can retreat, you can leave.
Yeah, and then they'll get reorganized. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
so that's perfect.
And they killed so many of the minions, let's say. So 10 rounds of combat. I announced the floor is now difficult terrain because there are so many bodies on the floor.
Absolutely. I mean,
so now movement is cut in half.
All those Norkers.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah. It's such a bloodbath, and they're just. I've never seen them so stunned for combat to run the entire game session, and it's into the next. But they're talking about it, so it must be good.
And I'm finding out more adventures like Balchin speaking. A lot of the fighting's early too, right? Early on, it's big fights.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, that's the funnest part of the game is trying to figure out how to use your limited resources in the most effective way to win.
Yeah.
Strategizing. They dropped it. It was just like fireball. They used all their highest level spells in the first 2 or 3 rounds. It was so good.
Beautiful. And then. Now they're just not going to stop coming. That's a nasty adventure.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great to hear.
And wait till they find out they didn't find Igwil's lair.
Oh.
Whoops.
Yeah, they're in the wrong place.
Yeah.
That's the next adventure.
Yeah.
They got to get through this one.
Your princess is in another castle.
Yeah. If they pick the wrong poof too, that would be awesome. If that happens. That's permanent.
So
thanks, Rob. Yeah, you got a lot of fun coming. That was a blast. The Founders Legends running that for 3 straight days.
Also, Jay, I'm tinkering around with. This is too far in advance to announce, but I think their badges are going on sale this weekend for GaryCon.
Yes. I believe gold and silver badges, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So get in line.
I am now working. I'm contemplating on running a Tower Gygax scenario there.
Well, you should.
Yep.
You should absolutely do it. It's a blast. I don't know how I'm going to do Murlocs and Froggimus like I did last year and bring the terrain and all that stuff, but I got to figure that out. So D&D seems to be a little guerrilla warfare-esque. No, it just depends on the adventure. Really.
Huh.
There's some that aren't. But yeah, it's in old school days. It was based on a war game. Those first edition games are lots of large scale combats. So yeah, absolutely. So Gary, well, Mike, thanks for hopping on. Hope you're feeling better, man. Hopefully everything goes out well in the testing.
Yep.
No, Gary, what's going on?
Yeah, just keep it short. Still working on visions and working on an update to Canifire to make all this material easy to find.
And that is awesome, and we appreciate it. Absolutely, positively, 100%. Everything that all you guys do in the community, guys and gals, we really appreciate it. Really do. All right. So once again, if you did not hear, and let's just go over the schedule. I got 3 streams left before I go out, and we'll explain. Tomorrow night is part 2 of the Academy game. I got a couple extra different players in it because of conflicts, but I got Bones in tomorrow night with Korg, Star, and Sage, along with my guys Walt and Tom. Part 2 of an impossible mission where they find out what is causing the mass amounts of humanoids. I go back to one of my old tropes because a lot of them haven't really experienced this. Let me bring up a picture real quick so you get the idea. And you can see it in the background, that big purple circle glowing. Well, maybe you can't there. I mean, there you go. Yes. So, yeah, there. So we got portals. We got all so they're going up. They're going in from Selene into the Lord Mills, an area of Lord Mills rarely anyone goes that direction. You're in Selene, you go up in the eastern side. So that's where they'll be heading for tomorrow night. We'll have a gathering on Sunday. Okay. Not sure what the topic is yet. Anna will not be there, so I got to figure that one out. And then we'll have a Legends of Lore next week. And then, and if you didn't hear it early on in the stream, my orthopedist contacted me and said, "Oh, we got an earlier date for your surgery. If you want to get it done earlier, we have an opening." I'm like, "Oh, good. Was it a week early?" They're like, no. It's 3 weeks early. It's next week. So I go under for my next hip replacement next Thursday. So anything that was scheduled, I got to reschedule a lot of stuff. Just no, but I have to get it done. So next Thursday, I will be gone for a while. Week and a half. Talk shows will start up after about a week. We'll see. So yeah, getting that done. But that's what's going on. So if you don't have this, I'm out of the other one. It will give you this, and then an adventure. Got a whole bunch of stuff here, including, let's see, I still have a Showcamp here, Moonlight Madness, Border Watch, still have a Treasures of GREYHAWK, all sorts of things. Yep. So, and then also, I got Durgam's Folly, which is a really cool adventure by Mike Merles. So, and then we'll raid in the bones because, she's going to be playing tomorrow night in the game. All right. Sound good? I appreciate everyone participating. Kelly, thanks for staying, man. Thanks for filling in for Anna basically tonight. Really appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
We're looking forward to her coming back.
Yeah. I think she'll be back for next Wednesday, but she'll miss the gathering on Sunday night. So hip hop. All right, let me do the giveaway. Let's call it Submission Point Drawing. Let's see who wins. Get in there. What's up, Jeff? As I said, Virtual GREYHAWK Con 6 is open. Lastly, 10 seconds. We got about 20 events in already. And as you can see behind me, they're limited quantities. The t-shirts are available. So get them while you can if you want one. But here you go. It's open. We got events in by myself. We got by Les, by Yoav Neve, by oh my gosh, my brain just shut off. By Anticarus, Rob Phantom NJ, and where are the Castles and Crusades ones? By oh my god, my brain is off. Lando so far. So none of the other streamers are in. There's going to be a lot of events. Troller Games hasn't put theirs in yet, or Dial. There's going to be a lot more, but if you want to DM, please do. All right. If you please sign up because the the events will be start opening August 30th. So we got about a month and a half, right, until that happens. All right, cool. So the giveaway. Whoops, wrong button. I hit a wrong button. It'll come back. I hit a wrong button. Duh. Closing it out. The winner tonight is MechBoy21. Congrats, man. The one that told me that the con was not open yet. So thank you for letting me know. I'll get with you, MechBoy, and we'll figure out what you want. And we'll go from there. So Gary and Mike, thank you very much for your assistance tonight and a fun discussion. We will see you all tomorrow night, 7 o'clock start. We'll probably get rolling at 7:30, but I'll be up and live streaming at 7 just to get the crew in. Yeah, and hope everyone enjoys the rest of the night, and say hello to Bones for me, and then I'll see you all very soon. Everyone have a great evening. I'm looking for, man, I'm hitting too many wrong buttons tonight, let me tell you.
See you at the cultist meeting, Mike.
Yes.
Pancake breakfast for Thursday.
9 followers away. 9 from 13,000. He said we'll see Bones tomorrow night playing a fighter character. Nice. 105, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we'll see you all tomorrow night. Thanks. Sure it went. Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you so very much, man.
Absolutely.
I about dropped off there for a second.
Did you? Hey, man.